Hello, yay, we're here, we're live, everything's well, everything's good. Hey, nothing is broken, I don't think. I forgot to plug in my mic, so that's great. Yeah, I don't know why I unplug my mic, but I just do, I just find it easier. And in case it... Oh, okay, yeah. So currently I'm a little bit unprepared. Um, uh, so let's see, shall we? We'll just have to wait and let me log in, or not log in, but load Minecraft. That would be good, wouldn't it? We're also going to just let everyone that we're live. So we're gonna get up Discord. Yeah, let's get let's do this, shall we? And get on the right thing on, so that everything can be fine and well. I'm sorry for the stream quality at this current moment in time. But you're gonna have to bear with it because, well, you know, that's the thing. Okay, so currently logged in. I'm just gonna have to. If would Discord like to open up for me, or is that just not a thing? Okay, there we go. Right. Hopefully that should work. Yep, that seems to have worked. So everyone should know, right? That's good, and hopefully we can finally get into things. If the stream quality would like to come back at all, that would be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So still battling it about... Anything else happening? Anything never become better? New? Absolutely not. Alright. I'm only getting a frame every 1,000 or so. That's not great, is it? Now I've got the normal things open. In fact, I've probably got less than I normally do open. So we're just gonna bear with me here. Yo, EMP! It has been a while. Yeah, things are happening. My stream is currently trying to recover from all the stress I put it under. Is everything fine now? Is it gonna... You can let me go ahead and continue as normal? I think we're continue as normal. So let's actually start this stream properly, shall we? So hello. Welcome to the stream. This is a bit weird now, not doing it immediately. Yeah, I'm FPS isn't great. It should be coming back now anyway. Okay, currently no frame skipped apparently, so that's great. So what are we doing? Well, we've got a new snapshot out. So I did cover last week's snapshot. Shall we get into things? Because I don't know where it is. Yeah, delay is probably going to be quite high at the moment, considering considering the FPS drops. I think because of all these FPS drops, what it does is it basically tries to compensate and kind of delay the stream a bit. So not a lot I can do about that at the moment unless I restart the stream. So, yeah, it's fine. So 1.20. Well, yeah, it's a snapshot. It's probably for 1.20. Technically got 1.20 features, but quite possibly it will be it might well be in 1.19.3. Who knows when that's releasing? But by the sounds of it, these might be 1.19.3 features, which is interesting. I think they're trying to release more minor update things. Again, I talked on that last week, but it's a bit weird. But yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. They haven't quite clarified about like what's coming. The actual snap, like Well, the bedrock, no, the data packs is come called 1.20, but they do want to release 1.9, like small updates in like 1.19.3 maybe. I don't know. I've seen a few people say it, and I've kind of, from what they sound like from that one article, or from like the one article thing, quite possible, quite probable maybe. Considering most of these features are actually done by now, so they could probably release at end of year, fine, whatever. Um, and so also OBS, like, for some reason, likes doing this weird thing on me where it's likes to just decide that my graphic drivers are not up to date enough for the OBS version, which is weird because they decided to work before, but no longer do. But actually, it turned out I just needed to restart OBS. that's all it turned out. So thankfully, I didn't manage to manage to update my drivers again. But I'm not sure why it's doing it. It's saying, "Oh, try updating your drivers." I'm not sure what it is. So I thought I was probably going to have to be late again. But it turns out it's not. And so I just decided, you know what? Let's see if this issue persists. And I'm going to try starting streaming. Putting a boat in a minecart and 2 camels in a boat, no powered rails, needs 4 players can ride. Hang on a minute. I've got to try that out now. Might well be correct. Shall we see? So, putting a boat in a minecart. So a boat, a minecart. Well, what about a raft? We'll put a raft in a minecart, because sure, why not? Well, guess I've got some camels here. We're gonna get. There's. Looks like I'm gonna have to get some rails, doesn't it? Right then. Hang on. How do you Right? How do you do this? I'm not sure how you're meant to do this weird stuff, but okay, that's not working how it wants to. I'm not sure how you're meant to do this stuff. 2 camels in said boat. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try placing a raft up here. See if that'll. Hey, what about a boat? What about just a normal boat? Can you? God, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not on an optified version at the moment. So we'll just. Right, we'll just try putting this here. Right, and put a boat. Or a boat by there. But this one No, I can't put... Anyway, we can just try putting the camels in a boat, shall we? Can we? Will they want to enter the boat? Okay, let's try riding them onto there then. No? Don't want to work with the boat? What about... Do I need water or something? Hang on. Right, let's get a camel. No, this isn't... This is just not working at all. It's just buffering. Ah, right. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's... no, I'm not... I don't know. Right. Shall we check that it's just working fine? Shall we just... Let's just check if we can get something like a pig in there. Because they perhaps might have thought about this already. If the pig would want to go in the boat, that is. No, the pig can get in the boat, so... Can you get horses in a boat? Oh, no, wait, I'm looking for a spawn egg, aren't I? Right, let's just do that. Hello? Get in a boat, please. Please? Can you get horses in boats? Or is that just something you can't do as well? No, they quite possibly thought about this. Rideable mobs might not be able to... I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or rideable mobs cannot actually fit into Fit into boats and minecarts. Well, can they fit into minecarts? I don't know. Should we test that one out? It doesn't appear to want to. No, I don't think so. So yeah, that's not actually going to work, unfortunately. Clever idea though, but you know, I'll try this. Um, yeah, so we'll get into the features of this snapshot because it's currently it's small. So they've changed the colors of the camel spawn egg. They've got the tweaked the camel walk cycle animation. Fence gates no longer provide center support beneath them. I don't know what this means. I've tried a little thing out and I have no idea what it actually means. There's more chat reporting things, more changes to the creative inventory, and more reporting things, and then some technical changes. Which shouldn't make a huge difference, but you know. There is that. So what we can do is we can actually have a look at these camels here. We can actually see that they now walk with their 2 legs at a time, if we get it to walk, maybe. So mobs can go in minecarts, but I guess horses can't. Yeah, it appears that rideable mobs, I've got to take a guess at, can't go in minecarts. I saw people move pandas with minecarts. Yeah, that's true. I think pandas can travel in minecarts, can't they? Or can just do whatever. We'll bring this up. Can they? Am I doing something wrong? Is the panda not? No. What? Okay. Pigs are rideable mobs. Oh, that is true, actually. Wait, what about? Hang on. Let me get a boat. No, let's. Okay, this is weird. There might just be like, yeah, there might just be a few exceptions, like camels and whatever. So I know pandas can get in minecarts. Maybe the minecart has to be on rails. Maybe. Okay, there we go. The panda's in there now. Yeah, I'll try getting a minecart on rails then. We'll see if that works. I might just extend. Oh, right. We'll try extending the rail and see if that'll help. I'll just do that. We'll place blocks at the end. Just okay, fine. We'll do it there. Right. We'll try getting a camel. There we go. The camel's in there now. Okay, so it might well have to be. I feel awful doing that, but you know, we'll get a sword. So yeah, it appears it does have to be on rails, maybe. We'll try horses now again. Hang on, let me get this horse spawn egg. Can it? The horse doesn't seem to want to do it. So, and now the minecart in the boat. Okay, we'll try that. So yeah, the horse can go in there. Okay. So we'll place a boat there. Try moving. Oh. Might be onto something. But can they fit in boats in the first place anyway? That's the thing. Can camels go in a boat? Well, camels don't appear to want to go in the boat unless it has to be on water, in which case I know there's a ton of water down in this cave by here. But I'm kind of doubting the fact that it will. Mobs in minecart, then minecart in the boat. That might well be a thing, but can they? Do they want to go in the? Well, like, would that have normally worked for a mob? There, shall we see? So just ramming into the mobs. Will that pick it up? No. Okay. I saw a guy put camels in a boat. I might be doing it completely wrong. I have no idea. But I can't seem to get it to work. I can't seem to get it to work on pretty much any mob. Right, let's see about a horse. Do they have to be on? No. Are you sure it was perhaps on Java edition? Well, right, come on, get in the boat. Okay. What about if I ram the boat into you? What about if I ram... Right, let's get up. Okay. It you might have well saw someone. I might be doing it wrong, or it might be the wrong edition of the game. I've no idea. Honestly. About a pig, right? We know pigs can go in like boats. Nope. That doesn't appear to want to work like... Oh, okay. That seems to have worked. Or done a thing. Right, what if I just put a camel in a hole? Right, see if that'll work again. Work like this, shall we? So... This is very off topic here, but you know. it's something, right? If we do that... Now let's just push in the camel. It's probably too high, honestly. Have I just pushed it into a block? That was clever. Right, push. Push. Or do you like being stuck in a block there? You just want to be stuck in a block, apparently. We'll try spawning another camel, shall we? Okay, you're just suffocating now. That's wonderful. Right, we'll dig a bigger hole in that case. Will you fit? Oh, and it's just gone out. Right. Shall we try this again? Is this big? Is this hole big enough yet? Is it deep enough? So the hell, I restart Twitch and I see camel in a block. Yeah, I managed to push the camel in with the boat. No, it does not appear that Oh, I'm sorry. That was so evil of me, but I did not mean to do that, right? Because you can... yeah, it doesn't appear that camels want to get in a boat in the first place. Although this pig doesn't seem to want to now. This is so confusing. Right, I'm going to see if I can get... now I put on a camel's head. Somehow I managed to drive this boat on top of this pig, and then the pig decided to get in the boat. So I was seeing if that would work any better or not. I'm just gonna try and see if... Right, get in the boat. Mobs really are weird with boats, apparently. Get in the boat. There we go. And we can try pushing this minecart. So that's worked. So pigs are easy. We know how to do pigs. It's camels, which are the hard part. If that is possible at all. Now I'm put on a camel's head. Do you know something we don't? You know, it's I'm not sure, honestly. I have got like, this is such a mess of a world now, but oh well, it's fine. That's half the point of a testing world, but yeah, camels don't appear to like getting in boats. Like if I would put one in front of it, it just stops, and I can't seem to push it in there either. Can you get a horse in a boat? Hang on, did we test horses in a boat? We tested them in a minecart, didn't we? Yeah, I'm not sure. You might well... I think you might be able to get rideable mobs in a minecart, but not in a boat. That might be something. Well, actually, pigs are rideable, but they're a bit of a weird rideable one. So, unfortunately, unless I'm doing something really wrong, or I need to do some very weird, specific thing, it's not happening, unfortunately. we got closer, you know. But mm, either thought of and decide like specifically doesn't work. But you know. But yeah, we can hopefully see if this one will want to stand up. That they'll actually move with the both their legs at the same time, the left legs and right legs. So instead of having individual or whatever, um, yeah, pretty cool feature. Because apparently that was something they did in real life. It's nice. It looks a lot more natural, except when you're sprinting. This looks fine. This just looks a bit weird. I I wrote that into a hole there. There we go. How to survive zombie apocalypse in Minecraft, camel. That is absolutely true. Um, maybe not. Yeah, you probably wouldn't survive long with skeletons, but against zombies and stuff like that, yeah, definitely. It's like, oh, cool feature. But when you do phrase it like that, it does sound a little powerful. But so why is sprinting camel so goofy? I'm not sure. It's because it looks perfectly normal and perfectly fine, but as soon as you do it in fast motion, the animation gets so much faster and just so much weirder. Have you ever really seen a camel sprint before? Because I surely haven't. Um, Also, you can't sprint if you've done a jump. There's a little cooldown to sprinting, well, to after a jump that you can't sprint or jump in that time. Well, not jump, but you know, the alternative jump dash. That's the word. So yeah, not a big update, but just a few little things like the this is a much lighter the spawn egg now, so that's cool. Um, but yeah, that's about all there is in that snapshot. So we're gonna move on from that. Also, this menu, I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't seem quite right to me. Hang on, if I try and go into full screen. Right, this is definitely lower than it should be. Right, it's normally up here, but for some reason it's down here. What the hell is that jump animation? It's a little something. But yeah, for some reason, like the menu should be up here, but it's down here for some reason. I'm not sure if this is a bug, if this is a feature. I'm not sure, but it certainly seems off-center to me, even though it's probably like directly in the center. It just doesn't seem quite right to me. So they've either fixed something where it was up here, but now it's down here, or it's some sort of bug. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's that. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on. So I'm going to swap to this webcam scene. Hello, and I'm going to boot up because we're going to be doing some mining. So I'm just gonna get up the other version of Minecraft, where hopefully I should have some better frames and better render distance and whatever. Yeah, you might not know, but at the moment I'm currently mining down an entire chunk down to bedrock. So that is what I will be doing. So if Minecraft would like to load at some point, that would be nice. You know, the launcher takes such a while to load, actually. Like, it really shouldn't, but it does, and that's not brilliant. I just tried booting up the same version of Minecraft. Damn it. That's not what I wanted to do. Man, what the fuck are they doing? There's some drilling noise outside. What, me or you? So it's me, I know the Hoover's going. You think I didn't know that? You started that project ages ago. Yeah, I did, sort of. it was a while ago, and then I stopped doing it because I lost my mending pickaxe, not my silk touch pickaxe, which I managed to get afterwards after I finally finished that um village project from like a year ago. So yes, technically I did start that project a year ago, but I have not been doing it for the last 9 or so months. No, it's at me. Okay, that's fine. Well, I don't know if that's fine, but you know, it's. I can never tell. I can never truly tell what you mean sometimes, right? Also, this is 22W3043A. We are going to get the 1.19 version up. We also want to boot up my server because that's something I'm going to need to do. Also, if you want to join, I can try and get the IP up again. Just let me know. So let's see, shall we? Is that booted up now, or if I can I hit? No, it is booting up. I can close that now. Um, so my thing is starting. I'll probably do with the new paper version, and whatever. Can viewers still join? Yeah, if you would like the IP, I can get it up for you. I'll just have to run a few Python script to do this. Also, I did actually change my language to right. Public IP is that one. I'm gonna do that. Okay. I did actually change my language. Yes, I want to join. Okay. There is the IP in chat then. Okay. I need probably some better way to mask up that, IP rather than just having it, but it's fine. 1.19.2, yep, that is the version we are running on. So you should be all good to go. Also, I have been uploading clips, by the way, on my YouTube channel. In case you wanted to know, there's a few things that I need to do actually. I need to like get better art and whatever for my stream. Like my Twitch sort of about me kind of section is kind of just filled up with Discord, YouTube, and plugs. Oh, what? Disconnecting com. Null legacy. What? Too long to log in. Excellent, brilliant. What? I love that. Hey, I think we've logged in. That's good. Well, the server seems to think we've logged in. Anyway, we're still joining world. Yeah, I'm also just gonna do that. Ah, there's phantoms. Of course there is. Why would there never be phantoms? My God, there's so many of them. So many of them. Okay. Oh goodness. You know, just gonna have to slowly kill them like this. This is not fun. Actually, what Y level have we started at? I'm just interested. What's the highest Y level? It was 160. What? No, 72, and we're going all the way down to -64. So that is a lot of mining, and you can see why I needed mending and why I wanted mending. I also just wanted a silk touch pickaxe so that I could have stone and didn't have to smelt that stone. I mean, whilst getting XP kind of wastes a ton of coal. Is everything okay? I have okay button on my monitor. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but okay, cool. Right. Everything is okay, isn't it? Stop killing me. Why does everything want to kill me today? Maybe because it's night time. That might have a little bit of a factor towards it. But what I do need is some more bread. It won't let me join. Is it because legacy game profile? It says you disconnected. Have you got a proper account? Like you've got, because the server is technically online now, so I've got all the skins and everything. It is no longer. I don't think like anyone can join. I don't think any cracked or anything. So if you've got a proper Minecraft account, I'm not sure why it's not letting you join. Um, if like it's, so you seem to be coming through. It's just saying you're disconnected. That's all. So I'm not sure what it is. But I needed bread, and there are more phantoms spawning. Excellent. Oh, that's a creeper. And somehow did not blow up. Let's just run, shall we? Maybe I should fight the phantoms before I do anything with my wheat. Might be an idea. Let's see here. The servers are currently not available. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have no idea. If I try joining by that, nope, that's not what I... Okay. Fine. Wait, let me just... Right, let's try it. So it wants to work for me. I'm fine. It works for me. I'm not sure it works for you. Now it's throttled? Okay, that's not a great sign. Well... Yeah, it's not giving me any sort of anything else other than a lost connection error. Or disconnected error. So I'm not sure if that's on your end, if that's on my end. But I'm sorry. So no, still failed. The authentication servers are currently not reachable. This time it's reachable. Okay. Yeah, no idea what's happening there. Oh my god. Right. I'm not sure what I can really do other than just continue on with the normal stuff. I'm sorry. It might be because I'm from a different part of Europe. I doubt that is, but it might well be. Like, I'm not sure why that would be why that would affect it, but who knows, honestly. There's not a lot I can do about it right now. I'm not sure if I can join because it's because my internet's just bad. It might well be an issue of you taking too long to connect. Maybe it's an issue on my end. I cannot guarantee anything. Because I've no idea if that's a server or a thing. You missed one farmland. Oh dear, where did I miss that one piece of farmland? You mean that where the zombie landed? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a hoe and repatch that at some point. But for now, that's not the main focus. I mean, I could do it, because mining isn't that much more interesting than me running around saying random things and mining hoeing pieces of farmland. But, you know. Yeah, sorry you can't join there. By the looks of it, yeah, by the looks of it, yeah, I'm not sure. It's really weird. I haven't actually had anyone. No, not that one. A different one. Oh, oh dear. Well, there's probably been more zombies that have come in and probably destroyed it. That one, probably. Is there anything else? There's one there. Yeah, this is looking like it's going to need a little bit of a patching up. I probably need some sort of better control to not let mobs through, but that's something I can work on at a different time. Also, what I was thinking was that I was actually going to start doing. I was thinking is that next week we can probably maybe make a start on actually building this sky island, which is current. Is what I want to do. Is I want to build out a giant chunk and pretend that kind of not just chunk, but kind of giant area, and basically, in wheat there's one that's hoed and has no seed planted. Ah, okay. Well, I missed that apparently. um, so you know what? We can sort it out now. Sure. We'll keep these 7 seeds on me. Oh, there is another stack of wheat. Okay, good. I can craft more than just 20 pieces of bread. Good to know. But I'm gonna just drop absolutely everything off. In through here. We can pop all of this. This belongs in here. And everything else seems fine. I need a hoe, so let me get that. There it is. My Hofheiden. Oh, I don't know how you meant to pronounce that. I probably should know how to pronounce that, but I really don't. I really, unfortunately, don't know enough about the language from the country that I come from. I'm not sure how to word that properly, but you know, you get the idea. Also, I'm running in the entirely opposite direction that I should be going. Oh, I need to top up my pickaxe as well, so we might be killing a few spiders as well. Yeah, we'll do that. Probably should have done it off stream, but I didn't quite realize or forgot or whatever. So what we can do is we can grab these carrots. We can just go like that. I really need to change that sign back to just wheat, just potatoes. Are these going up? No, not quite. Right. Where is that pesky little piece of where? Are you sure? Did I go back to it? I might have gone back to it. So I'm not sure what is like absolutely causing this jittering, but something is. I want the usual things open, everything's fine. What about task manager? What does task manager just say it wants to do? I'll say is currently. You know what? Let's just end these, shall we? I'm just gonna get rid of some of these. Yeah, not sure what's happening. There's something probably in the background. It's just doing stuff. Oh well. It's fine, everything's fine. It's not too bad. We can live with it, right? Hang on, why is that? There we go. Let's see, where are we going? We are going to make sure to... Did I get that? I did get that one. Right, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I can go back. Yeah, we can go back, we can drop things off, we can get some spiders, then we can continue our mine, because there's not much we can do. But yeah, basically I have been releasing clips on my main YouTube channel, just from each stream, and I've actually managed to, this time, from this last stream, from the last couple of streams, about 20 or so, there's still no seed on that one single farmland. Damn, I keep missing it. I'll go back to it when I have I'll pop this and I'll go back, sure. I'm just you better be telling me the truth here because I'm not sure. It is one of the wheats, isn't it? Yeah, I've managed to get clips until probably pretty far up until, oh, I don't know, sometime early January, which is pretty good. And I've also releasing them like 3 times a week or something. There might be certain clips that kind of get almost dated in a certain way, like clips I kind of need to release first. Right, I'm gonna go through every single farm patchland. Right, these are all okay. These are fine. Ah, found you. Okay, thank you. I've no. Of course I did. You know what? We should keep a chest with a ton of like, ton of wheat and seeds and stuff by there, with like a hoe and whatever, because that might well be a good idea. Right. This is the final time. I don't care how many missing things are how many seeds are missing. This is the final time I am running back and forth towards this to fix these pieces of wheat. This this is the final time. Also, I'm gonna swap that for now because I currently don't need an axe. Turns out I will need an axe. Um, you know. Yeah, so just I was actually thinking, well, I've been doing mining for the last few streams now. It's been probably not great. I've probably said quite a few things and whatever. But mining streams probably aren't the most interesting. So I was thinking we should probably change it up a little bit and start doing some building. And well, I thought, well, because the thing is, this project is going to be a bit of a different, bigger one, right? Um, so it's basically going to involve, lots of different things. I'm actually gonna do that. So basically, it's not going to be like lots of different builds. It's going to be like one giant sort of build in a sense. Because I want to make this giant island, and I sort of need to plan out what I want to do with it in terms of like in everything first. So that is what I am going to do uh, by next week, hopefully. And so after that, everything should be fine and everything should be sorted. Well, everything should be sorted. Honestly, by the amount of time it took me to do this, I've got to take a guess that it's probably going to take me just as long to do this next build. So it probably might take me up until the end of summer. So basically, by the time the new update releases, hopefully, maybe, depending if it's 1.20, well, when 1.20 wants to release, and when 1.19.3 wants to release. If they're doing the whole 1.19.3 thing, oh, who knows. But yeah, we haven't had much official confirmation to say, yeah, it's definitely 1.19.3 that they're starting this whole thing with. It's Town the Village is looking fire, thanks. I did spend so much time on it, and it honestly looks pretty cool. Alright, if I just for now, just take up my render distance ever so slightly up, you can have a look at it. And it looks pretty cool. It looks quite good from certain angles and whatever. Um, and so I'm pretty happy with how it ended up. There are still a few things that I need to sort of kind of finish off. Like I said, I'd do some sort of cabin build or something at some point. That's not really at the top of my priorities, so I'm going to leave it until I decide, you know what, I just want to do these funny little finished things. And there's also kind of getting a ton of villagers and making sure they're all in the proper places. No, I don't know whether I want to let that creeper explode or not. Oh damn! I didn't. I wanted to. You know what? I need to go back up and get. I need to go and get some thingies. I need to go and kill some spiders, get some XP, and top this pickaxe back up because, you know, that was something that I wanted to do before I broke my pickaxe and I started mining again. Yeah, I've still got, you know, 500 things of XP of left on it. I still don't want to do I still don't want to do things. But yeah, I kind of did find a solution to this whole spider farm problem thing. So that they would technically get up there, but they either didn't want to spawn, or they didn't want to, like, all of them didn't want to go through. So I just decided, you know what, it'd be easier just if we just did this, and I kind of changed this so that it's just ever so slightly easier and nicer, just to kill these spiders and not get hit by them, but still get the XP and loot and whatever. What I need is like proper like hoppers and whatever. But you know that's something we can do. Another point, like I just need like sort of a stream or a few streams where I just kind of go through the world and do lots of little things. But I might let things build up first. I'm gonna do a few projects at a time. So I guess yeah. I guess between each project I can kind of go up and mop things up, sort of from the last few projects. I don't know. We'll just have to wait. We'll just have to see in the future. But for now, we are doing a proper little build here. Um, so hopefully, if things turn out well, if things turn out just as I'm thinking in my head, then it'll look cool. Just thinking about, ooh, how could I do this? Like you could have stuff like I don't know. I was thinking about sort of having this giant sort of sky island sort of, you know, as if it's just come off the ground, lifted off the ground. I was also thinking if there's a way I could almost add lore to this world, you know, kind of have a reason for why these builds exist in a sense, or just kind of use it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just having some sort of almost story-ish, like not a big one, just something, you know, just like just something to support the things that why I'm building these things. Like not necessarily, you know, why I should build these things, but it's almost like why these things are in my world to begin with, kind of a thing. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking perhaps like, you know, building out a river and having that sort of divide through different sections and have sort of, you know, kind of a deserty kind of thing, and where biomes do, I'll have like different biome specific builds, and I don't know. Like I'm hoping this will turn out as great as I'm thinking, but there's no guarantees that this kind of thing will work. Um, so let's just unfortunately we're just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. Like I've got so many plans and whatever for this world. They're just like, well, what do I want to do with it really? Or it's like I can't. I'm getting. It's almost hard to wait for me to kind of actually finish these builds to actually see just how it's going to turn out. So does some of that XP go into my inventory, into my XP bar and not into my stuff? That was a little weird, but alright. Not a big deal, I guess, but still. I have to go. Hope you have a great stream. See you soon. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Anyway, it's been cool. I'm sorry you didn't manage to join the server. Um, but yeah, see you. See you around. So we're just gonna continue doing a thing right now. Oh, I don't know. Will this? Oh my! Hang on. I'm just gonna let these spiders build up for a moment. Um. Hang on. There we go. Things are happening. Things are working. Yeah, there's a little nice little thing on the stream manager to see how I am live and whatever. I can just check things there, and it is so much nicer what they're doing on Twitch at the moment. Oops. There are a few things I want to say. Actually, last week. It was last week. It feels like such a long time ago. I'm not sure why. Like, it hasn't been a particularly long week, but it feels like a long time ago since like the end of last week, if you get what I mean. Which is certainly an interesting thing. And I was debating how I should do this. So until I perhaps either have the time, until I like have the time or whatever, or if I decide to, like kind of if I decide to do a specific section on the stream a little bit differently, I'm just gonna do it as a clip, basically. Let's see. I'm actually um, trying to remember these things. So basically, last week, what happened on the Sunday was that the latest episode of Doctor Who released, and it was a pretty exciting episode and a pretty good episode, honestly, by the number of standards. So essentially, I just wanted to say a few things as a clip here now, and basically say, well, I'm not sure really how to start this, but it was a good episode, you know. All in all, it was a fun episode, and I enjoyed it. It was probably one of the best episodes of the era, which is pretty good. Um, like people haven't particularly enjoyed the current era of it at the moment, just because of the writing um and so on and so forth. And honestly, I will say it hasn't been my favorite either. I haven't quite found it as bad as maybe some people have said, but there is certainly I do see the points that they bring up, and it honestly doesn't affect me too much. So I still enjoyed it. The latest, I'm not sure what that was, but the latest episode was honestly probably one of the best ways that they could have ended. So there are certain plot points like I don't know, like the sort of the timeless child and the division and all this kind of stuff that just wasn't brought up. And honestly, I think that's fine because these things, I don't think you could really, address these things in that last episode enough. And they're at a decent enough point that it kind of adds, but you don't really need to, add too much more to that sort of plotline, story point, or whatever. So I think that the fact he didn't address those things is pretty fine. Dan as a companion was uh, honestly, I'm not sure how much more of a companion he was than Vinda. you know, I mean, other than the fact that he had adventures off screen with the Doctor and Yaz, he probably got just as much screen time as characters like Vinda, honestly, which is a little disappointing. The fact that they called him a companion, and honestly, I would have been. It's fine. It's not a big deal. He kind of left early on in the episode, and for what the episode juggled, it was fine. Um, I really enjoyed it. It was a great episode, and it managed to bring a lot of these cameos back in sort of a natural way, especially sort of the doctors and whatever. Right, they managed to bring them in sort of cameos as almost not necessarily just cameos, but basically cameos. But past doctors and whatever, and they brought them in like in an actual enough way. Oh, this is your subconscious. That's great. This is the, that's a great way of dealing with it. There was also stuff like seeing the new companions, or old, not new companions. We don't know about the new companions, but the old companions. I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's they handled them pretty well. Honestly, they handled them in a decent enough way that I'm happy with what they said. To be honest, it's been a little while since I've seen the episode, so I'm trying to recap it. But um, basically, it was a great episode, a pretty fun one. And honestly, was a great way to sort of end it. There were certain things it was like, yeah, was that a bit too short? Like there were certain things it was constantly there were so many plot points, and like the Daleks. Did the Daleks really need to be in it? Like you could have had Daleks. The Daleks could have been completely filled by the Cybermen, which would have made much more sense. And there were Cybermen in it, but they decided to add the Daleks as well. So I'm not sure how much they really could have or should have done that. Um, it was fine, but they didn't really serve enough of a purpose that I wouldn't have like tried to put them in there. Um, everything else was great. The Master was great. He like so many different versions, almost in a sense, of the Master, and seeing Sasha play those. It was brilliant. There were great little funny scenes and whatever. Like I think I'm not sure. It didn't feel too rushed in a sense, but also it feels like we didn't have enough time in each scene to a degree. There were scenes where it did kind of just slow down the story a bit, take a bit of a break rather than just constantly going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next kind of a thing. And I enjoyed that. It was kind of like it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel like perfectly paced. Um, but yeah, it would have been. It would honestly, like with the things that it did have, it could have probably been more than sort of 90 minutes. But 90 minutes, I think, did it enough justice, right? Did the story enough justice that it got what it needed to in enough time, and that's fine. There are certain uh, elements that I don't know. Like there are certain elements that's kind of like, well, why is that there? We could have probably substituted it for other things, or just not included it at all, or whatever. Um, it's not a big deal. It was a great episode, and we finally got to see, for almost basically official confirmation that David Tennant is the next Doctor. So he's not just playing like a past version of himself; he's actually playing the next Doctor. So Jodie Whittaker is regenerated into David Tennant, which sorry, spoilers. Maybe should have. It's been a week by now. Come on. You should have seen it. But it was a great episode. Like, there are probably a few things I'm forgetting to mention here that are just escaping me in a sense. There are a few things that did seem a bit almost forced, a bit cringe, I guess, in a sense, but it wasn't too much of a big deal. Like, it's kind of like that maybe could have been said a bit better or whatever, but I think it was a brilliant episode anyway. And honestly, in comparison to what we have had previously, it is up there with some of the better episodes, and that, well, yes, it is up there with oh goodness me. So yeah, it's like, I don't think it was a particularly good. I think it wasn't a good like if you were, the plot was a little bit like up there and out there, that you, it was a bit like, whoa, okay, what's happening? Is this what what is the actual plot itself? But it wasn't particularly too hard, that you could just, you got the sense of the plot. And I think most people just wanted a fun episode out of it, rather than a really serious, really great masterpiece. Um, and for that purpose, it did its job. It was a fun episode, even if the plot was a little bit, a little bit like, woo, what's happening? Okay, we're now here for some reason. Why? Who knows? Um, but yeah, there is stuff like I'm not sure. I can't. There's not much more to say about the episode. I Or that I can think of. I will say more things if I can think of more things. Uh, but basically, we can start talking about the next year and whatever, which is really, really exciting because, well, we've got whole new actors. We've got probably like three specials next year. We've got Russell T Davies returning. We've got probably old classic villains returning. Maybe, who knows? You've got the next Doctor, or the next new actor of a Doctor. It's technically the 15th Doctor, which sounds weird to say, but they are calling David Tennant officially the 14th Doctor, which, yeah, go ahead. But so it's actually Shruti Gatwa, which is a pretty well known actor, shall we say, and they're bringing it to Disney Plus and whatever. And I think this could be just what Doctor Who needed, honestly. Um, and so it might be a while before the next sort of set of episodes, but it will be. I trust that it will be really good. Um, and so that's very exciting to look forward to, even if it might be in a year's time, over a year's time. But we'll just have to wait and see how things turn out. Um, so yeah, to sum that up, basically, last episode, The Power of the Doctor, which honestly, it did delve into like the Power of the Doctor. Sort of, it did deserve its name, right? The Power of the Doctor seems such generic title and whatever. Just hearing it like that, but knowing what the episode was about and knowing how everything played out, it makes so much sense why it's called that. Because it did very much have those sort of themes, I guess, of like, looking back into the Doctor herself, which is where you sort of got these sort of cameos in and old sort of things, as well as having that, classic, the sort of Cybermen, baddies, master, kind of an episode on top of that as well. And basically, I think the episode is almost written at a point where who knew if Doctor Who were to return, and I think it makes sense for what is in there. I sort of looking back on the Doctor as a character and just seeing sort of these lots of different things and exploring sort of almost regeneration on a sort of a subconscious level, I guess. like for the Doctor and whatever was a really interesting little thing, and I think it definitely deserved what the title "The Power of the Doctor." Um, like you can't really think of much. There's probably maybe better titles out there, but it's very few, I'd say. So you know what? It was a great episode, and like unlike certain sort of episodes, like the last one, Legend of the Sea House, was a little bit meh, and like the whole season as a whole wasn't perhaps the best of the best, like the best of Doctor Who, I guess. But like, well, the past season was probably the best of the latest era, but the whole era probably wasn't the best of Doctor Who. But it was still pretty fun and whatever. Like for, and then we got all these sort of 60th anniversary stuff coming up. So in the next year, which should be all exciting, but there's not a lot we have to go on at the moment about it. Filming is basically wrapped for the 60th stuff. We don't really know too much else about it, other than perhaps a few clips and some filming set leaks, in a sense, and theories and whatever. But yeah, I think it was a wonderful episode, and I'm so glad that what it did, and it could have been so much worse. And could have been possibly one of the best episodes of the era. So yeah, I think I've said what I needed to. I'm not sure what else there is to say really. At all, which is not a great sign. We've still got an hour. No, like 2 hours. Well, an hour and 50 minutes. So there is that, but we're just gonna keep mining. What I can do as well is I can probably make it proper, because I used to make these like edited videos. I did it twice, and I meant to do it for like every episode since then, and I just didn't. I just forgot, didn't have the time, couldn't be bothered. Like, whatever, right? So I kind of want to do sort of a video along those lines again, but we'll just have to wait and see. Like I think the episode on the whole. Yeah, the episode was a great ending to possibly not such a great era, and it kind of it sort of sums up how perhaps like the best bits of that era, like in it. It probably sums up like the best bits of that era in a good way, and would have been like and is a good ending. So to I'm not sure when to stop speaking. Have I said enough? Have I ended on a good enough note yet, or have I just done certain things? But for some reason, it feels more awkward speaking about this, like assuming you know what you're saying. Um, I think there are a few more notes that I just can't quite remember about the whole episode and whatever. It's like okay, interesting, Uh, it's just like I can't remember, which is why I keep saying kind of the same things over and over again until hopefully it comes out my mind. But I don't think it will, so unfortunately I think I'm just gonna have to do some things. Um so yeah, not a lot has honestly happened this past week. Like I don't know why. I'm just this week's not the week that I'm probably gonna get a lot of clips from. I can probably get a few, but not a lot. Um, but Yeah, there we go. Right, the thing is, things have been sort of lately sort of starting to ramp up a bit in terms of me sort of working towards stuff like my GCSEs, and basically I'm not sure, there might be like, because it's on a Saturday, I think the stream should be fine until things start to get even like definitely really close and deadly serious, that I just like will be spending almost every day working on it. Um, ba- Basically what I'm saying is prepare the for perhaps not so many streams like in a few months. Like I might well end up having a few months of no streams. Like the chances are that I will probably still continue streaming, just especially because it's on a Saturday. Um, but things in that area, everything is getting like almost scarily close now. Like there are certain subjects that I feel confident in and in what I'm doing. There are the ones it's like oh god, we've got so much to do and maybe not so much time to do it in. So I hope everything will be fine. But yeah, that's something that's basically been happening recently. I mean, it hasn't really happened too much this week, but it will sort of. I think we've started to make plans to start properly nailing down and doing that sort of stuff. Um, which, yeah, might be mean that certain weeks that I'm not so willing to do stuff, and I might be like, there might be certain sort of things I might try and do and end up not doing. Like clips might not come from certain streams or whatever. I still want to try and do everything like this. I've been pretty good so far, and I've got enough clips to like keep me going for a little while. For the next few months until like beginning of January, and that's posting like 3 a week. So I managed to get another 15 or so from the last stream, which is a good number. Like that's I'm getting probably more and more from each week. I'm not sure if that's because I'm becoming more and more lenient in what I want to clip, or if that's because I actually been saying more and more. Unfortunately, this stream I think might be a bit of a short one. I'm not sure how much I might want to clip. Like there's certain things. It's like did I intend that to be clipped? Uh, did I want that to be said? Do I still want this to be in a clip? Like, is this more to do with the stream, or is this more to do with something that I can post on YouTube? And there are certain things where it's like, well, there are new boundary blocks, and these are my opinions, sort of thing. Which kind of date things in a while, but like there are too many clips of that kind that I have to keep publishing them. So I'm deciding for clips like that, I will release once a day. Otherwise, for clips that are just generally, funny little things, I will release perhaps once, I don't know, a few one like I will keep releasing like 3 times a week. Because honestly, I'm not gonna post something about some new item or whatever in a month time, and how I'm saying, "Ooh, these are new and these are really exciting," especially if my opinion is going to change in that time. Um, which probably a lot of maybe a few things I've said, even if I'm gonna post it later on, have changed. I don't know. I don't always say stuff that I quite mean sometimes, but well, I quite mean seriously, I guess. So it's a thing. Um, what else has happened this past week for me? Honestly, it's been a pretty quiet average week, I guess I'd say. Um, Not a lot has happened, and I'm running seriously out of room for all of this stuff. Oh Jesus Christ! I'm gonna have to go over to this next set of chests here. There is certainly a lot. There's a little thing that I worked out. I'm not sure if how much it's easier. Normally, when you do multiplication, you normally work out. Say let's say working out 16 times 16. So I was actually thinking about what I said last week uh about how I should probably know how to know what 16 times 16. I just don't. Normally, you'd work it out as like 16 times 10, 16 times 6, or maybe 10 times 10, 10 times 6, 6 times 10, 6 times 6, and then I'll add all those together. What you could do, I've worked out, is that if you want to do perhaps 16 times 7, which is a bit of a weird number, I'm not sure how much easier it would be, but you could do 16 times 10 minus 16 times 3, which works. Is that easier than doing 10 times 7 and 10 times or 7 times 6? I don't know. You got 10 times, I don't know, 7, right, we want to work out 7 16s. So you'd probably do, so the method I kind of worked out, I'm not sure if I like too much or not, is 10 times, you do 10 multiplied by, you do 10 times 16, which is 116, minus 3 times 16, which is 48, which would bring you down to 100 and, is it 112? I think it's 112, yeah, 112. Or you could do 10 times, or you could do 10 times 7, which is 17, plus 10 times, 6 times 7, which is 42. Add those together, get 112. So it works. Like, either way, but I'm not sure which one's easier or quicker. So, you know what, if you want a tip, if you find doing 10 times something, and then subtracting it, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but, give it a go and see if you find it easier. Because maybe I will try it, maybe I won't. I cannot say anything. Also, for some reason to me now, I'm so used to the old water physics that this, like this piece of water, instead of being down here, would be up here, because this piece of water is here, even though it technically doesn't spill over, it technically, it still for some reason connects, or it used to connect, and then they fixed it. And now it looks like ever so weird slightly, even though it technically makes more sense. It is weird. Like how you can have something that perhaps doesn't make sense for so long, and then it gets changed, and then that just doesn't seem right, even though it makes the most sense. And like there are certain things that you'd say, "Oh, this is weird, Minecraft. Why don't you fix this?" Or "What, this makes sense, Minecraft logic," that kind of thing. And then you go, "Wait a minute." Yeah, and then you sort of go, "Wait a minute. What if?" And then no, hang on. What am I saying? Like you go, "Oh, why this Minecraft logic? This doesn't make sense." They'll actually change it. You go, "Hang on, this seems wrong. This is weird or whatever." So, um, so yeah, that is something. Um, I think it just matters that you get used to certain things sometimes, and sometimes it's like, hang on, I didn't know that was an interaction that existed, but that doesn't seem right. And then until you get used to that interaction, even when they do change it, it's like, ah, yeah, that makes more sense and seems more intuitive. But you know, what am I doing? How much do I have left on my pickaxe? About 500. We'll go for another layer and then top up, or until I need to go back to the chest and we'll get some more. Kill some more spiders. That should be a fun one. I'm not sure how much XP I did actually get. I got a fair bit before, but I didn't actually check the exact numbers. But hang on a minute. Also, yeah, the stream is quite far behind. You know what I find kind of weird, right? Is that when I know there's like perhaps when I know there's no one there, or when I know that basically when I know there's no one there, or when I know, or when there are chatters or whatever, especially if it's someone perhaps I do know, or it's perhaps someone, you know, I do act quite differently. And I don't know if that's because I try to, you know, almost. It feels more personal when I'm with that person, or when that person is there, or even in like they're not even there, but like you know in chat or whatever. If I had perhaps 20 people chatting, it might feel the same as having no one there that I know, or whatever. Maybe not, because if I had 20 people chatting, there'd probably be a few people that were there, like, you know, I knew. But if it's just like 20 strangers, it'd probably be a bit different. But the fact it's only like one or two people chatting, if it is a bit different, probably. I don't know, I can't actually tell you what it's like, but it probably would be different. Yeah, I feel like there's a few things that I just know I want to say something, but I'm also not sure how to start off that thing or how to continue it or whatever. Also, I'm just gonna check. Wait a minute. Why is that on there? Nope. Oh no, that's fine. It's no, it didn't do it twice. That's fine. 1406. Huh. That's funny. I thought I. Alright, whatever. Uh, let's just go back to things. Yeah, there are things. Also, is the desktop audio loud enough? Is my. Perhaps I should turn up Minecraft sounds a bit more. We'll take that up to there. Blocks. That's a player. We're block guy. There. Now, is that too loud? I think it's fine. It's probably fine, right? Also, what I was hoping is that last week that my audio would be louder, but it's not necessarily. It's a bit better, right? But it's not necessarily louder that I'd be happy to, or loud enough that I'd be happy to turn down the volume again. Like, I'm not sure if that's just because I was really quiet before, and then so I turned up my audio extra, or if that's because I'm, or if that's just because it didn't really make much of a difference. The only thing is, you can hear my keyboard a lot better. Not exactly the quietest keyboard, shall we say. I mean, it does the job, it's fine, but you know, there's a certain aspect of it is quite nice to have certain sounds on a keyboard. There's also like certain other times it's like, do you want um do you want your keyboard to make sounds, especially on stream and whatever, when I'm using it a lot, I'm pressing buttons a lot. I don't exactly want it to be the loudest thing. But also, I mean, it's not the loudest thing. It's a thing. But yeah, it's a weird. It's a bit of a weird one. It's actually quite an expensive hobby, almost, keyboards actually, which is a really interesting. Like, you can actually get sort of specialized keyboards with special things and whatever, which can actually apparently cost you a fair bit of money. Right, just for certain, you know, connectors or whatever. I can't remember, I don't know what the actual terminology here is or what they are, but they sort of make different sounds or perhaps custom colours or, you know, these sort of things. Where it's like, well, let's... I mean, I don't get why you would want to spend so much money on that, but I can see why you want a keyboard like that. You know, it is nice just having these satisfying sounds and, you know, nice colours, I guess. But also, why you would want to spend a few hundred on a keyboard like that? Maybe, yeah, I can see having it be maybe 100 or so at most, but you know, it's a bit of a weird one. What am I doing? I'm putting these in the chest because sure, why not? And then yeah, there we go. I'm probably gonna have to go through my chest and sort them actually. Okay, I'm just gonna take a sip of water for sure. Also, I'm not sure why, but it feels a bit wet around my desk, and I don't think I've spilled anything. But I must have done in some way or some form. Right, pop that all into there. Pop this into here. This cobblestone into here, which I have for some reason. Maybe a creeper exploded or something. Looks like I'm going to have to use this chest as well. What I might do is I might just take this stuff out and pop it in this chest. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely crowded in here. I did say about thinking about taking sort of every other one of these down, and that might be, well, what I'm doing. I guess it looked okay cause the with the demo I had, but it didn't quite have that many that many things in it. In fact, I probably only had the one. I thought I'd look fine with the two. Oh, so this is a bit of a weird house, but it looks pretty cool. You know, there's nothing going on inside, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah, there's nothing going on inside because I basically rushed the house being like, oh god, there's a ton of space over here, and I did say I wanted something over here, so let me put something in over here. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, it would be cool to add some sort of like honest lore or story and why certain builds are here or whatever, right? In terms of on a story on the world aspect. Like we know why these builds are here is because either they look good or I just wanted to do it. Or someone said for me to do it and I agreed. But like almost on a story wise, why is that village there? And you know what does it have to do with all these other builds and you know whatever. The thing is, there are the random builds like that, and it's like, oh, how much is that going to fit in? But I still like those builds. I also haven't actually finished that. So, you know, it is nearly Halloween, and I've remembered I have got an overlay for Halloween. Hang on, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I didn't actually want to change the scene for you. I just wanted to change the scene for me, but oh well, that's fine. Um, basically, I wanted to go down there. I haven't actually finished that, so definitely this Halloween we will finish this build and perhaps build one or two others. Right. Like, that's what we're gonna do. Also, I don't want to come down here, and there are tons of creepers around here, and I've run out of food. So shoot the creepers first. So I don't quite have the quick charge that I want on bro, what is it called? What is it called? A Boer cross? Boer cross? I'm not sure. I, really, there's certain translations, yeah, I know how to pronounce, but other ones I've just never seen before and probably never will properly hear in just your casual conversation. I probably might never know how to pronounce. Like, how much do you just generally in your everyday conversation reference a bow and arrow, right, or something, that kind of thing. Like, if you were to learn a second language, how much would you actually, did you know words such like bow and like a crossbow or something? Crossbow. I don't know. It's that first word that's kind of tripping me there, but we'll do that. So yeah, still another hour and a half left. Only been 20 minutes. Cool, great. Maybe I might get a few clips out of this. Who knows? I don't have to think I'll get a few clips. I'll only get a few clips, and it turns out I get 20 or something. But genuinely, this time I've probably said perhaps longer form things, and I don't know. Once I realise that no wonder it doesn't. I don't know. No wonder it doesn't feel like a week ago because my actual. I've got a little sort of calendar thing that it's like once a day. It's for anyone interested. It's this thing. It's a Doctor Who thing. It's one of those calendars where I think you're meant to peel off every day. So you've got sort of a thing per day. I just don't. I've kept all of them all together basically, apart from the ones that have fallen off that I didn't want to fall off. But But no wonder I was still on Monday. Apparently, I haven't been changing it for the past week. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's fine. Wait a minute, did I not have my thing in my offhand that whole time? I didn't have my pickaxe that whole time. Oh, that was clever of me. Well, there we go. Also, I'm a bit high. That's probably because I'm not actually sitting back in my chair as I normally am. I'm normally like halfway down my chair, but there we go. Hello. My mic isn't quite close to my mouth. Like if I perhaps just, what if I just did this? I'm pretty low in the camera now, but am I any louder now that I'm actually closer, even closer to the mic, rather than like, up here? My mouth is now almost level with the mic. If only I could just like lift it up a bit higher. That would be cool. Anyway, there we go. I don't know. I can have a play around with these things maybe one day in the future if I ever decide that I want to. Cannot guarantee that will be within the next year, but cannot guarantee it will happen at all. But who knows? So that's the thing. Let's kill these spiders now, shall we? Okay. 618. We're still like 400 XP. Yeah, I'm still trying to go out for that 1000 XP sort of thing. Also, does this have mending? Yeah, it does have mending. This has mending. This has mending, but this doesn't actually have mending. I need to add mending to this. Okay. Nice. Coolio. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but I am. So, you know. Also, it looks like I'm crouching when I'm just down this low, but I'm actually on a half slab. It looks like I'm like a full block, and I'm just, I didn't actually want to jump there, did I? Yeah, your mistake here was you jumped. I'm not entirely sure how I would have hoppers here. Like, it might be sort of... Like, this block is pretty crucial by there, but that's also where everything lands. So if I had it perhaps there, or I don't know where I would put hoppers or how I would do it. But I might end up finding my own specific design to this sort of spider farm and try and solve this problem. And try and incorporate as many things as I can. Which I think there's probably going to be some trade-off between, certain things. Also, for some reason, I just have the recipe book open because I could, apparently. But yeah, that's the thing. The recipe book is honestly pretty useful sometimes, right? If you know your crafting, like, it's pretty hard to go through the recipe book and find what you want. But it's pretty handy and neat for when you just wanna check how to craft something that you don't actually know properly how to craft. Like the bedrock, it's sort of probably came from the bedrock, honestly, because bedrock sort of has this sort of quick crafting kind of thing where you can kind of just quickly craft it, and it's sort of similar to this, but it is better for touch controls and whatever. um like the crafting menu isn't, well, it's a weird one. It's sort of better in some aspects and worse in others. um like the inventory menu, they've sort of been changing to make it. I said more like bedrock. That's not necessarily true though. Sort of almost more like console edition. So, but it just makes more sense. It's more kind of quality of life things the way it should be. There are certain things that have been added to creative menus, such as spawners and whatever. Um, like this, honestly, could perhaps do with a bit of an update. Like I would like it, if it was more perhaps like the creative menu. You had the same tab as the creative menu, or maybe some of them are grouped up like this one. Um, no, it's not too bad. You got blocks, you got items, you got sort of miscellaneous stuff, you got redstone. It's not the worst that it could be, but I don't know why. There's something that doesn't quite like in comparison to the creative menu. I don't know. It's cool. I sort of prefer the version on Bedrock, even if the creative menu on Bedrock isn't the greatest. Um, I think the version on Bedrock is sort of based off. I don't know actually, honestly. I'm not sure if it does have tabs like this, like these sort of tabs to separate it, but I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But whatever. We're 990. We are so close to getting, so close to that 1,000 mark that we might as well stay here. I was like, oh yeah, we'll go to 1,000. 990 XP. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a number to land on. Ooh, let's kill this spider, shall we? Because he has volunteered himself. Exactly 1,000, but we're going to kill these because they're here at the moment. And 1024, nice number. We like the number 1024. There are certain things as a programmer, or just knowing kind of how computers work and whatever. There are certain numbers that are much nicer. They just prefer working with. And that's not necessarily tens and thousands or whatever. Those numbers are just in general nice to work with for anybody. As a programmer, you like working with numbers in like base 2 or whatever. Or sometimes you need to, based on how things work and whatever. Because 1024 is a nice number. Like in Minecraft as well, you've sort of got these stacks, which like 32 is a nice number, 16 and whatever, right? There are certain numbers you just prefer more of. And I think that is partially Minecraft, partially programming thing, partially, you know, just computers in general. They just make me some of my favourite numbers. I look at those numbers, even though it is such a random number, 1024. I go, oh yeah, that's quite a nice number. I enjoy that number. Really? At least at least it's daytime, and you will eventually die, and I don't have to hit you 20 times. But I don't many. I say I don't get many baby zombies. I do get quite a few actually. I do honestly get quite a few. Wait, did I mine these blocks? I wasn't paying attention. I was just pressing the mine button and looking in a direction. Okay, that was quite loud. I'm not sure what I did there. I kind of breathed it weirdly. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. We're just gonna, you know, ever forget that ever happened. I'm just to erase this off me, off the stream forever. It will never be on the internet again. No, I don't know. As a small streamer, there aren't many big consequences. There are still a few, you know, but like if you do something accidental, you know, if you accidentally, I don't know, leak something, I guess it's not such a big deal. Like because not many people know about it. But if you become big one day, and perhaps that's not something that's just like, oh, you leak the next game or something. It's like, oh well, you've actually just accidentally done something weird and random that people can come back for. That's the only consequence, I guess. I don't know. It's probably not great to do these things that probably. I don't know how many. I don't really do many regretful things other than, ooh, that's a little embarrassing. But you know, you've got to start somewhere with your content, like everyone does. Everyone had that at that point, but it's like when you're probably only gonna ever be small. It's like not many people are probably ever gonna see it, and there are ways of removing it as well. It's like once you've done something as a big streamer, like that'll probably be populated around, and you probably will never have that sort of almost. You'll never probably be able to remove that kind of footage or video or whatever. But as a small streamer, it's a little bit easier because it doesn't quite, unless it kind of goes viral for some random reason. It's never quite. It's just a little bit easier. Not saying that it's fine to go posting these kind of. I'm not sure entirely what I'm seeing here, but you sort of get what the gist of what I mean. It's not such a big deal when you do things sometimes. Small things or big things or good things or bad things or whatever. It's not always the biggest deal. Also, what has happened? Hello? Why is the audio gone? This is excellent. I'm loving this. I'm just gonna, you know, like is Minecraft? Can you hear the noises of Minecraft? Yeah, you can. I can't. Right, that's a weird one. They just suddenly decided to stop working. You know, it's not a big deal. I can work with it, but also, you know, that's great. I enjoy being able to actually listen to things sometimes. No, it's not my headphones. Is it? Right, that seems to be getting audio through. Is this on the right one? Aha. It is just right. Okay. For some reason it was on the wrong setting. Okay, I'm not sure how it changed, but it somehow changed, and everything's working now. Fine, that's... okay. Weird one, but we'll take it. Actually, what Y are we at now? Shall we have a look? We're at Y negative 28. We've probably got another hour. I might end up having a bit of a shorter stream again this time because there's not a lot to say. I mean, I basically said most of it now, so yeah, probably gonna end up in about, I don't know, probably about 4:30 again. Roughly around that time anyway. If I can go for longer, I will try, but at this point, it's about a 50-50 chance with Ray about what I do. As it gets later, we'll reevaluate and have a look at just what we can do. Okay. So let us see here. What are we doing? I don't know. But it's nice to have a cape on and a skin again. Like that's always something nice. Don't know why I said that, but you know, it is nice. Yeah, they did add the they have added the thingies to the launcher now, the new skins. So I could technically rock up. I could very technically rock up the one of the new skins if I wanted to. I mean, that is a funny thing. If they do introduce new skins, like as soon as they introduce it, you can use it whenever. You don't have to like. On the bedrock, it's a bit different because the skins are in game rather than through the launcher. But like in the launcher on Minecraft Java, they release new skins. You can use them in whatever version at whatever time. Bedrock, you kind of have to update the game and have to go through via the game and whatever because it's not in game. It's not out like an out of game thing. But I find it is kind of weird that it's like it's not technically in game your skins. But also there's that side, it doesn't matter what version of the game you're playing on as to what skin you have. I mean, they're all custom skins, so it doesn't really make a big difference. Like you could rock up, you could create a new skin whenever and rock it up in whatever version you want. Because, well, it's a custom skin, and unless that version of the game just doesn't support it, then you're most likely you're most likely fine. It is a weird thing, though, about how things work just ever so slightly differently. Like it's not exactly it's something that they should add parity on, right? This is not exactly something you want them to add. Like they obviously don't want to change it from Bedrock. They put a lot of work into kind of putting the putting this marketplace and you know whatever into the game. Maybe not a lot of work, but you know they put effort, and it's probably been a bit business decision and not something they're probably likely to go back on. But also, I don't want them to change the Java Edition way of doing it either. You know, because I quite like it how it is. There are certain things like the menus and stuff. Like, would like I don't know about parity, but I'd like to change them. Like, I'm not sure about how much I like the dirt background. It's just a default thing. Like, it's just like, that's great. Yeah, that's not fine. It's like it looks a bit clunky and old and weird, and it really hasn't been updated in years, but it's fine. There gets the job done. It's a menu, really. It's not something that you're mostly going to see. Like, this menu is fine. It looks cool. Right, it's fine and whatever, and we'll take it. But it's like it's like selecting the world menu that is a bit iffy, I guess. But it doesn't make a huge difference. It's like, it's weird with menus and stuff. It's like, is it important to have it look nice? Because technically, it's something that should. It's something that should be nice, should be intuitive, should be easy. But also, it doesn't make a huge difference, especially if you're just going to be in the menus not very long. So is it something that you should spend more time on? Is it something you should spend less time on? There's probably something that you should spend just as much time on, really. Like comparatively, I guess. Or proportionally. Like, you shouldn't spend as much time adding new features to the game as you should making a new menu. But you should spend probably just as much time, perhaps. Like, you should spend, I don't know, perhaps the amount of time, like, the amount of effort in comparison to the amount of time people have it in the menus, sort of thing. I don't know. Should probably spend, yeah, less time, I guess, but not that much less time, if you get what I mean. I'm explaining this really badly, but, you know. There we go. So there was a thing that I saw in a video, which was from about a year ago, but I finally got around to watching it, about the bundles, which is actually quite fitting, seeming that they are making a comeback. Maybe, who knows? They don't seem to have disappeared forever. That's something at least. And they were saying how, you know, the bundles perhaps aren't great. They promise to do one thing, they don't really solve that issue. But you got the whole inventory issue, and I think at the moment the bundles serve a very, very niche use, which is not the most which isn't the rarest of cases, but it is probably pretty niche that you'll probably go and put effort to getting a bundle and then just use it for that specific purpose or whatever, right? It's something that's likely to happen, but also doesn't. It's not the main part of the inventory issue, right? So I know a lot of people have been sort of suggesting perhaps a lot like more inventory space basically, and I think I'm not being the biggest fan of it, but perhaps a little bit more would be nice. You know, maybe just a few extra, like maybe I don't think any more than an extra row, right? Like, it doesn't even have to be a row. It could be a few extra per row or something. You know, like I don't want it very big. Also, the bundles as well. They suggested that perhaps should have multiple stacks in them, which I think completely agree with because it makes it so that it's because at the moment the stack is a little bit limiting, only having a stack for bundle, like a stack of stuff in bundles. If you had multiple stacks, you could have like like I don't know, 3 stacks of cobblestone deep slate in there, and then that would help just group stuff together, which I think would massively help solve. Which I think like you know actually would make them so much more useful, and it wouldn't really break the balance of the game that much, maybe, and also keeps in line with their original purpose. So I hope they do kind of get around to perhaps adjusting the bundle a bit more rather than just making it work, right? Like, yeah, it's still a pretty useful item. I still pretty like it as it currently is, but it could be so much better and could solve more of the issue with inventories than it currently does. So, you know, there's that. Also, there's a ton of bats around here, and it's really annoying. Right. I've got a bit more inventory space. We'll go until I've run out of inventory, or run out of inventory space, basically. Then we'll probably, yeah, patch up the pickaxe a bit more. We're kind of running low on that. And we should be all good. We might do that a couple more times, and then we might end up... Because, yeah, it's been... I managed to actually stream on time. I was thinking, oh god, I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna be late. I was like, okay, I'll be fine, I'll be on time this time. And I was like, oh wait, OBS is not working again, it's saying to upgrade my drivers. No, I know there is a new version of the drivers available, but like, if this is the same version of OBS that worked with the drivers that I've got, why does it want to just, you know, not work? Apparently it just needs to be reloaded. So I was like, oh fine, we'll just check what the issue is and see if I can record without it. And then it turns out I could stream. I was like, hang on, I can record. Does that mean I can stream? And lo and behold, I could stream. I was like, oh okay, so it just needs to be restarted. That's interesting. I guess I won't update my drivers, that's fine. Don't really care about updating my drivers. Like, it's just a minor bug fix, I guess, for probably some very niche issues that, you know, is fine. I mean, yeah, you should probably update it, but it's not too important. If it works, it works, and you, like, if you, especially programming stuff, if you use a version of something, you shouldn't and that works perfectly fine and has all the features that you want. Why is there any reason for you to upgrade, right? And for a chance that what you've currently got doesn't work. Right, yeah, you perhaps should upgrade, especially for things like software and stuff. But when it works, when you're using a version of I don't know, an SDK that works, why would you upgrade? Because it's only going to bring downsides unless you want like a specific feature or you want a specific thing or whatever. Which honestly is a good point. Like normally you just want to go, oh yeah, let's upgrade definitely. Blah, blah, blah. I like that, and that's probably comes from especially like the standpoint of, well, usually these updates sort of bring lots of new features and like software or whatever, but not this. But it might not necessarily make a difference, in terms of, you know, in terms of geez, I just lagged. In terms of, you know, using the features of an SDK kind of a thing. But yeah, maybe there's a few bug fixes in there, but if it works, it works. It's fine. So I basically made it through that. What I'll do is I'll continue mining this. Oh, I can use my other pickaxe for this layer. Ooh, I forgot about this stuff, that I can use my other pickaxe and be just completely fine. Hang on. I thought I saw blue and I thought, hang on, did I just accidentally see some diamonds? But apparently not. Apparently not. That would have been maybe cheating, even though the game just kind of did it for me. I don't know. Oh good, we've run into a lava pit. Oh, more. Damn it. Right. Alright, so continue just doing this until that stack is nearly full. It's nearly full at the moment. Okay. Okay, whatever. We'll go and drop all this stuff off then. So we are getting ever so closer. So actually, basically, just over 32 blocks away. So what, we've got probably another, I don't know, 35 blocks, maybe less than that, maybe more, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's not bad, considering, look, you know, look how much we've done. Also, I really need to be more careful, by the way, because I almost dropped and died. I was on like a heart and a half or something when I dropped from the top accidentally. So next time I do that, I think I might end up dying, which is not something that I want to do particularly. So yeah, it's I think. Okay. Right. So we're gonna drop this stuff off, get a little bit more. Not too important to get that much more XP, much more durability on my pickaxe, but we'll do so anyway. Um, yeah, we've done a decent job today. And next week should be a little bit more exciting, and we should actually start getting some stuff done in terms of our actual thing. But yeah, this village is really good, and if this skyline turns out how I want it and whatever, like if how I want it, and to probably a similar level that this village has been completed, then that will be really exciting. Oh look, right, we've run out of storage for tough. That goes in here, here. These go in here, and we can continue on to the next step. So that should be fun. Wait, huh? Ah, you can see my thingy farm through the windows. So eventually I'm going to either move that or cover it in some sort of prettier tower looking thing or something. Right, that'll be something I do at some point. You know, technically, I don't think this world is not going to be something that has tons and tons of builds. Like for like in like 5 years time, but it will have maybe in 5 years time if it manages to get to 5 years time. I don't know, 20. It might have like I don't know 20 builds that are all pretty decent quality. Well, it'll have more than that maybe, but you get what I mean. Like instead of like 100, it'll have 50 kind of a thing. Because they're just generally better and kind of fit in a lot more, and just generally take a lot of time. Like I'm also not. Whilst I am technically spending hours on it, I am only spending what 3 hours at most every week, once a week, on this world. I mean at most probably 4 hours if I do the occasional thing off stream, which technically isn't a lot, right? It isn't the longest amount that you could be going for. Just there we go. My wire was a bit weird on my cable around my mic. Hang on, I want to put this in my offhand, don't I, before I forget again. I get to level 30 before. I don't know. Right, how is WePX doing? So at 600, we need another 4 or so hundred maybe. I don't know, I'm not too fast. We've got another 20 or so minutes. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up having to go a little bit shorter than usual. So we'll see. There's also a glow squid in here because, why wouldn't there? Why did we vote on the glow squid? We got glowing signs. Like I said, the glow squid was completely useless. It had a couple uses, but it's mostly useless. Right, it had the use of you got glow ink sacks and glow signs and glow frames. yeah, that's about it. That was, yeah, literally all there was to it. So yeah, there's also that. Which, yeah, pretty cool features in themselves, but like in comparison to what they might could have been, you know, maybe not best. Oh well, we've had that conversation before. It's fine, whatever. I can't really care anymore about the glow squid, but we should be getting the sniffer, which sounds like a pretty cool mob. So unless the seeds that they find are pretty useless and the mechanic that they go on is just not fun or useful or whatever, then that would have been a really bad choice. But what it sounds like so far is really fun and exciting and whatever. So I mean, yeah, how cool would it be to, go from there's no mobs in that world, you find an egg, and then you end up growing and reviving like hundreds of them. I mean, we'll gloss over the fact that the eggs could be, I don't know, hundreds of years old, or thousands of year olds and thousands of years old, and still exist somehow. And maybe they might come up with a solution to that, but sounds of it, they're just going to gloss over that fact, and we'll just go, yeah, it works. it it works, whatever. Yeah, we won't get too much more. We'll get up to like 900 or something, and then we'll go. So these are probably the last few spiders. Whatever, it's fine, it's close enough. I'm not doing that, oh, I said 900, I'll go to 900 now, or whatever. It's fine. No big deal. Is that spider gonna die at any point, or is it just gonna... There we go. Oh, don't fall down there, you might just die. That's not a good idea. Okay. Oh, I was so scared. It was just lagging. It's like, oh my god, am I gonna actually fall off? It's not a big deal now. Now that I'm this far down, but I'm just gonna continue as normal. We're gonna forget about this whole thing until we get to those layers again. I just wanted to fill up my fill up my inventory rather than just have a few of these tough blocks in my inventory and go, close enough. I might as well have just gotten them there. What I'm saying is, doesn't really matter. We're just going to continue this as if they were still, as if those blocks are still there. Also, I'm not sure what it is, but for some reason, every so often, it just feels ever so slightly smoother. There's like a few little, things that feel like I feel little, I guess, frame drops, spikes. I can't think what it is. But otherwise it feels a lot smoother than before, so obviously some process has probably closed itself down because we don't need it anymore, that I had for some reason running somehow. Then it's like water takes forever to go down. It takes a good while to go down originally, but to disappear it takes forever. Like it's like still barely not there. you know? We're still battling with water. That's really fun. It's the fact we have to just go through the water if I want to continue. I mean, technically I could avoid the water if I want, but then that would ruin the way I'm doing this. and so therefore I'm just gonna go through the water as if the water is not there, and just take 10 times as long. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, hello. You had no reason to explode. You did nothing for me. You were inside water there. So, you had no reason to explode. Okay, that's something. Right. I also apparently have some music on, because I can hear Minecraft music. You may or may not be able to, I don't know. Very quiet though. So you probably wouldn't be able to hear it. And the water's finally gone, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I think things are in a pretty good spot at the moment with me and my YouTube and whatever. What way are we at? Negative 33. Wow, not bad. What we'll do is we'll end up going to, I don't know, negative 35. 35 seems too short. So maybe 40? If we can, we're going to try and go to level 40. See how long it takes us. But at minimum, we'll go to level negative 35. Which is basically just pure deep slate. With a couple ores in there. And whatever, but... yeah, there we go. Yeah, I've really kind of come right to the end now, where it just thoughts are leaving me. Like, I've come to a point where it's like, I'm not even saying random stuff anymore, I'm just staring into the screen. Yeah, this week hasn't exactly been my greatest week. In terms of streaming today, it's not been a week where I've had probably either just not the most to say, or also I've not just been able to say the most. Yeah, but that's fine. We still streamed, we still got a few things out there. Like, I'm constantly, in case you couldn't tell, I'm constantly thinking about the clips and how I can make this into clips and, you know, whatever. Like, yeah, oh, was that good enough to say in a clip? And, like, you probably could tell by the amount I was saying in clips. It's also starting to get a little bit darker now, isn't it? Oh, Jesus, what happened? There, that's weird. My voice, like, actually sounds weird. So, you know, what I'm gonna do is don't know if you hear that, but that was weird. I'm gonna get some more water and see if that, hopefully my throat is okay. But I'm gonna get some water, because I could probably deal with it anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but for some reason it seemed like, I don't know, I was speaking normally, and then all of a sudden there's something in my throat that just made the sound come out weird. It sounded like it was in it sounded like some sort of effect. You might not have even heard it, heard it, but that was just a weird one. Not gonna lie. Yeah, there we go. They're just gonna There was a there was an Enderman, wasn't there? Hello. You gonna pick your block back up? Or are you just gonna stand on it? Is that your little podium? Cool. And he's gone. Cool. I hope that Enderman enjoys that block whilst he has it, because it's not gonna stay there long. Oh, let me tell you, it's not gonna stay there long. Oh, there's, yeah, great, lava. Of course, there's just a pool of lava. Because when is there never a pool of lava? Ooh, what am I doing? Right. I haven't even finished doing this layer yet, and I'm already on to the next layer. I know why I was doing that. Is because I was trying to mine this first before going on to the next layer, or before finishing this layer, but I don't know why I did that. So we're just going to continue on as so. We've got another 10 minutes or so, so maybe we'll only make it down to negative 35. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, though. Alright. The Enderman's little podium is about to disappear. There it is. It's gone. It's not even a dirt block anymore. Let's see. Oh, what a surprise. There was lava there. So of course there is. We're going through another lava pit. Because we couldn't avoid the lava pits, could we? We just had to mine straight through them. I find that so strange that we were up there and that was a giant gap. Can you see that hole there? That was a giant ravine or gap there. And we were all the way up there. Like, wow, that wasn't... We didn't even get up to there, like, beforehand. No, we were, like, up to... I don't know, up to that... like, white diorite up there. And then we mined all of this in the past... 5 streams? I remember, how many have we done? Probably 5, honestly, at this point. That is insane how much we have mined. We've still got so much more to go. I mean, honestly, 4 or 5 streams is like 15 hours to mine this, right? I mean, weren't doing this for 15 hours straight, but we were also, it's crazy how far down we've come, but also it's not a big stretch. Yeah, there are things that I probably should say that I just can't think of. So, you know, there we go. Oh wait, let me do that. For some reason, this week seems to be finishing my thoughts on last week. I've had a week to think about what I said last week, and so now this week I just want to say it. I haven't actually said anything about it, but it just keeps popping up in my mind, like, oh, I could say this. Because also, like, last week, like, this is what I was actually thinking about, but it was, like, last week I said something about my programming again, and how I wanted to do these kind of streams. There's also a fact is that, well, could I run my application as well as, I don't know, as well as Visual Studio, which is an application, as well as, you know, this, that, and the other that I normally do. Like, it would be a lot, especially if it's not optimized. Yeah, it's not a big application, it doesn't do too much. But if it's not that optimized, it's still probably pretty hefty. And so I'm not sure how much I would be able to stream with it. I mean, I could try, but the recording is so much easier on my device. Because it doesn't have to kind of encode the data. Well, it kind of does, but it has to kind of send it off and package it in a certain way, and then send it off online as well, and you know, that kind of thing, which just makes it a bit harder. Like recording, I can do probably a lot more with. I can get much better frames, and I can. Like here, I've skipped apparently 9 frames in the last 18,000, 180,000. I think that's 185,000 now, which is not the whole stream because I've reset the data and whatever, but that's still pretty. That's still not a bad number, right? Like if I was recording, that might well be 0. I might well be able to do like, you know, twice the amount of frames. Not that YouTube or anything would accept twice the amount of frames, but you know, not quite twice, but you get the idea. I'd probably stream it 19, like 1080p or whatever. Well, not stream, but record. You know, it's that kind of stuff. I've been avoiding this patch for almost as long as I can now, so I'm gonna have to deal with it on this layer anyway, so there we go. You know, these patches are kind of annoying a little bit. I mean, they're also quite fun, especially when it's like this easy to mine through, but come on. Also, why am I crouching? I don't need to crouch. I mean, yeah, there's the lava, but that'll get immediately thingied by the water, so you know, it's fine. I can even like not just hold any buttons at all. If I want, I can. Well, my other than my mouse buttons, which if I can get that into, not really get that into camera view, but you get the idea. So I can just, you know, hold no buttons in some angles somewhere. That's not entirely true though. What? Why are we at now? We're at negative 36. We've already been negative 35. All right. We're trying to get to negative 38 then. Yeah, let's get to negative 38. Hang on, what time is it? I mean, 2 more layers. This should probably take me another 5-10 minutes, but we can do that. I don't know, I might stop halfway through one. If I have to stop, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Nice, everything's, I think, going pretty well, pretty nicely. Been a decent enough stream. But yeah, we'll say, like what I said last week was that it doesn't quite feel like it normally does when I'm streaming. Like, it hasn't quite normally sort of taken up such a... It doesn't quite give me the same feeling, but I've kind of gone back into that. Oh, well, I'm not really not sure what to say. No, I think that's just a 1 week off thing, but you know, it still feels different. It still feels sort of fresh. I feel like I know I'm in a different chair. I'm not in some big fluffy thing that just makes me feel like I don't want to do anything. You know, that kind of thing. Which I might well end up being one of my big fluffy things as winter continues to draw on, but we'll see. It still feels like quite summery, I guess, vibes in terms of the way I'm streaming, other than it's getting like extremely dark, and obviously outside is, and it's getting colder, and outside is obviously not. It's obviously not winter, summer, but like, in terms of the way I'm streaming, that I'm just in tops and short, yeah, fine. It still gives me summer-y-ish vibes, like, in a sense, I guess. Although I've never really streamed in the summer, though. That's the thing. I might have done a bit, but not too much, honestly. Getting a bit of obsidian, you know, it's useful every so often to get a bit of obsidian, honestly, but we don't need. It's still a pain. It takes so long to mine through. Well, you gotta be careful you're not, like, you know, going through a lava pit or whatever. Oh, of course. We're probably nowhere near done, seeing the lava pit seems to be only getting bigger and bigger. I don't think we're gonna be done with that lava pit for another until like Y negative 45 or something. But there we go. We'll start. We've got probably enough materials, maybe, I don't know. But we should. I think if I get the general shape of, or start to get the general shape of it over the next few streams, and start building this island, then I can sort of fill it in with details, make it look pretty, and maybe a bit more random, and whatever. But yeah, technically it'd be easier to make it hollow on the inside, but also, do I want to do that? I'm not sure. Well, yeah, to a degree, there probably would. I probably would want a few hollow bits here or there. I'm not sure how I'm going to explain this whole mining to bedrock thing. Like why? Like this will probably be the center of it, right? This will be right up there. Will be a giant floating sky island, but it's not quite going to be a chunk's worth underneath it. But there's just going to be a random chunk missing. So what I want to do is I want to make it look like the ground where it normally was is lifted for some reason. But why is there just a random missing chunk? I don't know. I don't know quite how to explain that. Or not necessarily explain it, but like make it look a bit less, a bit more natural, and a bit less. Whoa, there's just suddenly a missing chunk for some reason. What I might do is I might end up covering it. I don't know. I don't really want to do that, but I'm not sure. I've got a few ideas, and hopefully things will be getting exciting. Well, things are. Yeah, these streams are a bit of a. Oh well, it's no big deal. Honestly, it's just a thing. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, there are certain. I don't know. Like the building streams will probably be exciting as things start to shape up and whatever. I'm not sure really what other streams there are than building, mining, or perhaps getting sort of librarians or certain villages or whatever. You know, I can't think of many other things. So it's a thing. All right, nice. We're gonna do the next and well, not final, but final layer for today. Right, I'm gonna put water on here so I don't lose every single block. Right. I don't need, there we go. I can just, you know, have my keyboard hand off, you know. See, I've got nothing. I've got free hand now. Ah, the water doesn't quite reach. Okay, of course. We'll put it there. For sure. Oh, our inventory is also pretty much full. So what I can do is probably go ahead. I guess I'll finish off really until I've got a full inventory, basically. So not quite, but we've sort of made it to Y negative 38. But yeah, this is kind of the end of the stream. So, hope you've enjoyed. It's been fun. It's not been perhaps the best, but it's still not been bad. And it still doesn't reach all the way over here either. Great. This one. Nice. Nice. Cool, cool. I've already got kind of a full inventory, whatever, we'll get rid of the dirt. It's fine, we don't really care about dirt, do we? A single piece of dirt, we've got so much more dirt than we don't need another single piece. Alright. Oh, okay, almost fell into that. Oh, so that's another way to get rid of lava, is just to do that with it. Just probably getting close to finishing on that stack now. Yep, we're literally 64. Anything else we can really chuck away? We don't want this glow stuff. All these, really. We'll keep the string because we've got a ton of it, and we've got a ton of it in our inventory, and it can kind of become useful. Yeah, technically spider eyes can be useful, but they're really not. But a string you can use to craft wool, and we might want to do something out of wool. Probably not, but maybe we will. Maybe those 2 stacks might just be able to get us to the end of this layer? Question mark? Who knows? I don't know. We'll have to see. But it might well do. I feel like we can do this in the next few stacks, or we'll be a couple blocks off. We'll just be a couple blocks off. That, which would be a little frustrating, but there we go. We're at 16 now. Yeah, we might be a couple blocks off, which could be minorly frustrating. Maybe a few more than or maybe a few more than a few. We'll be like a row or something off. Just under. Yeah, no, we're just under 2 rows off. Damn, look at that. We were so close to getting to Y, finishing Y negative 38, but oh well. There we go. So we finished that. Well, we haven't finished it actually yet, but we've finished it for today, and maybe for a little while. And I may or may not do a bit off. Well, I probably won't do a bit off stream, but in the next few weeks, whilst we're building it, I'll try and do a little bit off stream, a little bit here and there. I feel like we've got to incorporate some deep slate somewhere, because there's just so much deep slate. I've got probably more deep slate than I did do stone, especially considering that I've used a ton of the stone up already. But I don't know. We'll probably get a ton more stone anyway, because we'll be not just mining out this chunk, but a load more. Yeah, I've got to get to planning how I want to build this, and I will try my very hardest to do the building next week. Can't 100% promise it, but I will try. Probably like a 90%, well, I'd say about a 75% chance that we do manage to finish. But yeah, there we go, all the way down there. You can see it's even starting to get a bit foggy now. So that's probably a good indicator that I'm not going to survive it with my feather falling. I've gotten so much slower that I would absolutely die. Even with my feather falling, so there we go. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed. It's been a good one, ish. Maybe not the best quality of stream, but I've had fun as well. So there is that. I'm not sure much else to say. We'll get back, do the usual thing next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another game at some point, at any point. Streams may or may not get a bit inconsistent in the new year. Well, we're still a few months away from that. I cannot tell you. But I should imagine in the new year, maybe not so consistent streams, but that's what I'll let you know closer. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll be sure to get some more clips and go on to the right scene. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And nothing more to say, so goodbye.